चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्याये सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। पूरं भास्य नलो निलो परमः नाथो हिमांशु पुमान् नित्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशताम् यस्मात् परस्मात् विभो तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिंस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानात् च संकीर्तनात्। सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्धेत् पुनरष्टधा परिणतं ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः।
Bhashyakara has reminded us what adhyasa is. Atasmin tad buddhi, a false cognition of a thing in a receptacle. Bhashyakara has reminded us as to what the adhyasa is. Atasmin tad buddhi, that is the false cognition of a thing in a receptacle, in a basis other than its own. Same thing was further clarified by giving illustrations. The first, the attributes, external attributes being superimposed on Atma. External means belonging to wife, children, husband, parents, all this way. So those things, those attributes don't directly get superimposed on Atma, on oneself, but something similar to that. Why? We do have the clear-cut perception of them to be different from ourselves. However dear, however beloved the persons may be, there is no identification with those embodiments. So therefore, actual those attributes cannot get superimposed on this. Otherwise, if that fellow has got a stomach ache, there will be chain of stomach aches after, because given individual related to many in a dear way. So it can be that way as such. So that will be the case. So that is that. So this is Bahya Adhyasa. Then Deha Dharmas, fat, lean, tall, etc., they are superimposed on oneself. Further, the Indriya Dharmas, blind, deaf, and all those things. Still further, Antakarana Dharmas, they are superimposed. In this manner, now that means a sample of superimposition of anatma at different level was described. Having described this, what is that? Superimposition is not one-way traffic, it is both-way traffic. Say, reciprocal superimposition of Atma on Anatma also is there. And Atma was described as Aham, that is, no, Antakarana was described as Aham Pratyayi, means that which is endowed with I notion, Ahankara. And Atma was described as Swaprachara Sakshi. Swa stands for Antakarana. Prachara here, activities in terms of the vrittis. So, Atma is a Sakshi, the illuminator, one who makes you know directly all the Antakarana vrittis. And that means that Atma. Further, that Atma is described as Pratyagatmadha. Yes, first Anatma being superimposed on Atma. And Atma was described as Swaprachara, Sakshi and Pratyagatma. Then the Pratyagatma is superimposed on Atma. In this context, the Tikakara is explaining us what is meant by Pratyagatma. See, Pratyagatmani adhyasya tamcha Pratyagatmanam. Though you know in general Pratyagatma means I, Atma. So but what is meant by that Pratyak? So that is elaborated by who? The Bhashyakara. No, not Bhashyakara, Tikakara. Take the second line of Tika, page 25. Prati. So that Prati, Pratilomena असज्जड़ दुःखात्मकाहंकारादि विलक्षणतया सच्चित् सुखात्मकत्वेन अंचति प्रकाशते इति प्रत्यक्. अंचति प्रकाशते इति प्रत्यक्. Prati, what is Prati? See, Pratyak, actually it is Prati, Ak is there. That what is the Ak? It comes because of Anchati, you will say that. Prati, what is that Prati? Pratilomena. Pratilomena means viparita ritya, in the ulta way, in the reverse way, with opposed features. So Pratilomena, opposed to what? Ahankaradi anatma. So that was it. What is that nature of Ahankaradi? Asat is false in nature, Jada, inert in nature, Dukkhatmaka, whose nature is nothing but sorrow, Dukkhatmaka, Ahankaradi, all these Anatma, Ahankara, I notion, etc., which are Asat, false, Jada, inert, and Dukkhatmaka, say, Adi Vilakshanataya, as distinct from these Ahankaradi, which are like this. That is what Pratidomena Viparita Ritya. Now, what is the nature of this Atma? Satchit Sukhatmakatvena, in the form of Satchit, ever existing principle, Chit, the pure awareness principle, Sukhatmaka, Ananda, Swarupatvena, Anchati, that Pratyak, no? Anchati, Anchati means Prakashate. Prakashate means manifest. So, Anchati meaning is given as what? Prakashate. Prakashate means manifest. That which manifests as Sat Chit Ananda Rupa. In contrast, Pratilome is contrast. In contrast to the Ahankaradi Anatma, which are Asat, Jada and Dukkhatmaka. So that is what is called Pratyak, and that is that which is Pratyak and itself is Atma, is Pratyagatma. This is the derivation given by Tikakara here. Elsewhere in Yoga Vasishta, Pratyak Chaitanya, Pratyak Chetanam is Atma only. What is that? It says, Chetanam Chittariktam hi Pratyak Chetanam Uchyate. Chetanam, Chetanam is Chaitanyam. Chitta riktam hi. Chitta riktam means chitta rahitam, that which is free from chitta. Chetanam chitta riktam hi Pratyak Chetanam Uchyate. It is called as Pratyak Chetana. The Chaitanya free from Antakarana is called Pratyak. What is its nature? Nirmanaska Swabhavam tu. It is Nirmanaska Swabhavam tu. It is free from all the features of the mind. Nirmanaska Na tatra kalanamalaha. In that Chaitanya, kalanamala. Mala means impurity. What is that kalana? Avidya and avidya karya are not there at all. Chetanam chittariktam hi pratyak chetanam uchyate. Amanaska swabhavam tu na tatra kalanamalam. I thought that may give other way of looking at Pratyak Chaitanya or Pratyagatma. In short, Pratyagatma is what? That which is of the nature of that which manifests as Sat Chit Ananda, and that which is totally free from Antakarana and Antakarana effect. So that is what is that Pratyagatma, Pratyagatmanam. So in this manner, what has happened now? He has concluded evam, etc. Evam aham bhashya. Evam, second line bhashya, page 25. Evam aham pratyayinam ashesha swaprachara sakshini pratyagatmanam adhyasya. He has concluded the superimposition of anatma on atma. Now mutual, reciprocally, the superimposition of atma on anatma is being now shown. Say tika. That is what is told at tamcha pratyagatmanam sarvasakshini tad viparayena antakaranadishu adhyasyati. This we already seen. Tamcha pratyagatmanam. That pratyagatma is what adhyasyati, superimposes. So who superimposes? We have already seen. Lokaha, not Bhashyakara. Loka, you have seen that. See, tad yatha, etc. Adhyasyati has come in the beginning only. Who? Loka, people. Or a Purusha, a person. So what is superimposes? He says, Pratyagatmanam, who is what? Sarvasakshinam. Sarvasakshinam, the one who is Sarvasakshi. How? Tad viparyayena. Tad, already seen. Adhyastasya viparyayena. In the ulta manner, in the reverse way of the adhyasta. What is that adhyasta? As just now seen, jada, dukkhatmaka, that is there, which is inert in nature, and be superimposed. The other way, now reverse way, is as the adhisthana, as the very basis. See, adhyasta, superimposed thing is superimposed on that basis. That is adhisthana. So Chaitanya supplies as the very basis for adhisthana for the adhyasta. So therefore, viparayena means as adhisthana, where antakaranadishu adhyasyati. So the same thing is explained now in the tika. Evam, second line, last word. Evam atmani anatma tadharmadhyasam udaharitya. Having cited the adhyasa, superimposition of what? Anatma, and tad stands for anatma dharma. The superimposition of anatma and attributes of anatma, where atmani, on atma, having explained now the other way. Anatmani, in the anatma, atmanaha api samsrishtatvena adhyasam aha. So what is being told is that on anatma also there is superimposition of who? Atma. But one word is used there, samsrishtatvena. Samsrishtatvena means samsargataha. Samsargataha means sambandhena, by relation. What is that relation? Atma is asanga. Atma is totally unattached. How it can get related to anything? So this sambandha is what is called as coexistence. So that is what? the coexistence of Atma and Anatma. So that is, it is a truth, that is samsarga is intimate coexistence. What is my intimate coexistence? Can Anatma be any time away from Atma? Why not? Anatma is product of what? Ajnana, which is Maya. Can Maya be away from Brahma? You know that story? Once Parameshwara told Maya, better you get lost. Because of you, I am getting the bad name. Because everybody criticizes what? Maya. The Maya humbly submitted, Lord, I will certainly abide by your instruction, but please show me a place where you are not, where Maya is not. So Brahma is sarvapik, and Brahma is like a shadow. It is like that only, though not really, but experientially it is available. So therefore, coexistence. And that coexistence, what does it do, that coexistence? Cast the Chidabhasa on Anatma. Actually, samsarga means Chidabhasena, with the Chidabhasa. Why not directly? You have seen this. The principle is, anything that is superimposed is false in nature. If Atma is superimposed, it gets superimposed on Anatma, Atma will become false as such. So therefore, samsristvena adhyasam aha, where tamcha pratyagatmanam, etc. Now this is, Tikakara is explaining us that there is not only the superimposition of Anatma on Atma, but superimposition of Atma on Anatma also. How? When you say me, I, that I notion, what all things are there? Antakarana vritti is there or not? Antakarana vritti as I notion is there. But in that sphurana, cognition of me is there or not? If that cognition comes from where? Antakarana vritti, ahankara cannot give that cognition because it is inert in nature. It should belong to Chaitanya. See, another rule is, in any adhyasa, whatever that is not superimposed is not experienced. Tika is going to tell us, in any adhyasa, whatever that is not superimposed is not being experienced. For example, in the shell, you see the silver because silver is superimposed, but in the shell, do you see a rope? Do you see a snake there? No, because snake is not superimposed. In the superimposed snake, you don't see the silver. So whatever that is superimposed alone is experienced, and not whichever that is not superimposed. Tikakara is going to explain us. Ahamiti adhyase, Tika, third line. Ahamiti adhyase, in the adhyasa I. What is that I? I notion with the body, etc. as the I. Ahamiti adhyase, chidatmanaha bhanam vachyam. What should we do? The bhana, the spurana, that is the cognition. The cognition of Chidatma should be, it means told, means it is there. Why? If it is not there, anyatha, if this Chidatmanaha bhana in either ahankara or any anatma jada, do you know what will happen? Jagadandhyapattehe. There will be Jagadandhya. This phrase comes often. Jagadandhya means total non-cognition of the entire Jagat. No cognition whatsoever is possible. Stupor, Jagadandhya. Entire Jagat will not be cognized at all. The rule is like this. Nachanadhyastasya adhyase bhanam asti. You can take anvaya. Anadhyastasya adhyase bhanam nacha asti. Adhyase, in a given superimposition, Anadhyastasya. What is anadhyastasya? Na adhyastasya. Whatever that is not superimposed of such a thing, adhyase, in any superimposition, bhanam, cognition, na asti, is not there at all. He gives an example. Tasmad rajatadau idamaha iva atmanaha samsargadhyasaha eshtavyaha. He gives an illustration of our famous example, Shukti Rajata. See, in the shell, in the place of shell, what is superimposed? Silver. But when you say, what you say? This is silver. Now that silver aspect belongs to the actual silver by smruti. But this is silver, that this has come from where? You can't say this has come from silver. There is no silver at all. This belongs to the existence of the shell. That means what has happened now? In this example of this is silver, silver is on account of the smruti of the actual silver. But this actually belongs to what? The shell. So that means this has to be superimposed on silver, silver has to be superimposed on shell. So that is what is called as mutual adhyasa, anyonya adhyasa. So therefore it says, tasmat rajatadau idamaha iva. So in the rajatadi, in the such examples, silver, etc. Idamaha iva. What is that idamaha iva? Sixth case of idam. Idamaha iva means like the idam, that thisness is from that shell, shukti, like that, iva. Here what is to be done? Atmanaha samsargadhyasaha eshtavyaha. Where in ahamiti adhyase, I am so and so. In that what should be expected? What should be taken for granted? The superimposition of Atma, of course, through what? Samsarga, through the intimate coexistence or intimate relation in terms of Chidabhasa. Eshtavyaha. Eshtavyaha means Angikartavyaha, should be accepted. Eshtavyaha means Angikartavyaha, should be accepted. So that is what is told here. Tad viparyayena, that is Atmanam, tad viparyena antakarnadishu adhyasati. Tad viparyena. What is that tad viparyena? What we have seen, Tikakara explained. Tad means tasya viparyena. What is that tasya? Tasya means adhyastasya, that which is already superimposed. What is that adhyasta? Jadasya, the jada rupa anatma. So jadasya, viparyena. What is viparya? Ulta, the contrary to that. What is that contrary? See, what is contrary to superimposed? The basis. For adhyasta, the contrary thing is adhisthana. So therefore, why? Because actually that is not there. Actually the adhyastha truly is not there in the adhisthana, but falsely recognized. So therefore says vipareyaha. What is that ulta? Adhishtanatvam, being thus having the status of what? Adhishtanatvam, that is namely chaitanyam cha tadatmana sthitam iti yavat. So in this adhyasa, so what is there now? This, what is it? The Chaitanya is as what? Chaitanyam tadatmana. Tadatmana means adhisthana rupena. See, this is the problem with the tikas. These pronouns come so often and you have to figure out what is the noun for that. Tadatmana, like that it happens. Tasya, tasya, like this. So tadatmana means adhisthana rupena tadatmana sthitam iti yavat. So it is sthitam iti yavat. So that is what is in the form of adhisthana. Tadatmana sthitam iti yavat. That means Chaitanya is sthitam is available in the form of adhisthana for the adhyasa. Now, Tikakara explains the different degrees of superimposition. It is not that Atma superimposed on Anatma, Anatma superimposed on Atma. There is a different level of superimposition, and we will see in that sheet we have already distributed. This difference in the nature of adhyasa gives rise to the difference of the prema taratamya, the varying degrees of love will be seen afterwards. And I say, therefore, now let us see now. Tatra ajnani kevalatmanaha samsargaha. Make a correction there in your book. Kevalatmana is there. It should be kevalatmanaha. Kevalat na should be naha visarga. For you, no problem. Those who know Sanskrit and try to figure out what the meaning, they land in problem there. So Atmana, because the instrumental has come, it has to be genitive, sixth case. So therefore, Tatra Ajnani, in that Ajna, Kevalatmana means only in the form of Atma, means only Atma, that's all. Kevalatmanaha, no, not Kevalatmana, Kevalatmanaha, of only Atma. Samsargaha, you have to add there Eshtavyaha earlier. Samsargaha, Eshtavyaha has to be, that is accepted. It should be Angikartavyaha. This means only this. See, on Ajnana, mere Atma gets superimposed. Why that mere? Afterwards paraphernalia starts. Afterwards, in successive adhyasa, what starts is paraphernalia. It is being given here. But on Ajnana, only Atma gets superimposed. Now say, whereas Manasi, on mind means on Antakarana. What is superimposed? It says Manasi, it says Ajnanopahitasya. If you want to make complete, add Atmanaha Samsargaha. Manasi Ajnanopahitasya Adhyahara Atmanaha Samsargaha. On the mind or Antakarana, not mere Atma is superimposed. What is superimposed? Atma, that is already superimposed on what? Ajnana, that is there. This you have to keep in mind. It is not difficult to understand. You know what is there? As the successive adhyasa start, all earlier adhyasa take for granted. As we proceed in the succession of the adhyasa, so what is superimposed? Not simply Atma. Atma with all preceding adhyasa. Now what has taken place to begin with? To begin with, what has taken place? Atma has got superimposed on Ajnana. Means Atma has got now Upadhi of what? See, degree mil gaya. So Atma has got Upadhi of Ajnana. Now you have got Atma endowed with the Adhyasa of Ajnana. On Antakarana, mere Atma doesn't get superimposed. What gets superimposed is Atma, which is already superimposed on Adhyasa. If you know this, that sheet will be very easy. Same thing is told there. That from Madhusudana Saraswati's this Siddhanta Midhu, I have given few passages that will be clear afterwards. So therefore, Manasi on Antakarana, what is superimposed? Ajnanopahitasya. Upahitasya means Upadhikasya, means Atma, which has got the Upadhi of Ajnana. How did it get the Upadhi of Ajnana? Because Atma got superimposed on Ajnana. So it's Atmanaha Samsargaha, means the Samsarga Adhyasa of Atma, which has got the Upadhi of Ajnana. Dehadau, Deha and Indriyas, on Deha Indriyas, Mana Upahitasya Atmanaha samsargaha. On that, what is superimposed is Atma with the upadhi of what? Mind. Antakarana means Atma which is already superimposed on Antakarana, which also presupposes superimposed on Ajnana. So that's all the preceding Adhyasa, Atma with all the preceding Adhyasa. See now, Kevala Atma becomes fatter and fatter now. Because successive Adhyasas are coming. And finally, you know, what is the result? What is you and me we are? All Atma is such so many Adhyasa. I think better, na? Doctors asked me to put on the weight. I think it is very interesting. Those who are lean, they can't put on the weight. Those who are fat can't reduce the weight. That is how doctors can thrive. Nature is something strange. Yes, nature is something strange. Anyway. So that we say. So that is a dehadau mana upahitasya atmanaha samsargaha. So on the deha, indriya, etc., what is superimposed now? Atma. But how? Atma with the prior adhyasa of antakarana and ajnana. Fine. Iti visheshaha. This is the distinction to be known. Fine. Now what has happened now? Anyonya adhyasa has taken place now. Anatma superimposed on Atma. Atma superimposed on Anatma. But what is the outcome? What is the result? What Atma is going to get out of this? What Anatma is going to get out of it? Whether good or bad, not good, it is bad only. But what exactly takes place? That is told. Evam, as explained, Atmani buddhyadhyasa. Because of adhyasa, superimposition of buddhi adi, antakarana, ajnana, antakarana, etc. onward, buddhyadi adhyasa. See what happens, you know, Atmani, on Atma or in Atma, what is available? Kartrutvadi labha. What you get on the part of Atma is Kartrutva, doership, and Bhoktrutva, experiencership. Like that, many things. Labha. What is it, labha? Gain, profit, na? Acquisition, that's all. Gaining. Labha, see, don't take labha, it is a loss only. You know, this olden days, when the shopkeepers, etc., used to sell the rice or purchase the rice, you know, that bushel type used to be there, etc. So say, the first, you know, 1, 2, 3 are to come down. First one, labha. They will not say 1. But second one, 2. First one, labha means, may I get profit out of it? Labha. Then 2, 3, like that. So here, it is hani only. There is no labha, it is hani, because samsara. So therefore, labha is not gain in the sense, it is acquisition. What has happened? Atma, which is buddhyadhyasa, on account of adhyasa of antakarana, etc. He says, what is adhyasa? Buddhyadhyasa? Kartrutvadi labha. It gets a kartrutvadi labha. Now, okay. Now, in turn, what anatma gets, buddhyadi gets, let us see, buddhyadaucha in the antakarana, etc. In antakarana, etc. Now, other way. So, that is on Atma, or if, as for Atma, what is acquired now? Kartrutva, Bhoktrutva, in short, samsaritva. In short, samsaritva. Now, in turn, on Anatma, because of Atma superimposed, what is acquired? You say, Buddhyadau in Antakarana, Atmadhyasat, Atmanaha Adhyasat, on account of superintendent Atma. Is what is gained? Chaitanya labha iti bhavaha. So what is gained is Chaitanya labha means sachetanata, sentiency. What is gained is sachetanata, sentiency. Chaitanya labha. So Chaitanya labha iti bhava. Bhava, that is to be understood. Now the adhyasa, anyonya adhyasa, adhyasa of atma on anatma and anatma on atma. First anatma on atma was told, then atmanata. That is now concluded in the next sentence of bhashya, evam ayam anadihi anantaha, etc.
एवं अयम अनादिहि अनंतः नैसर्गिकः अध्यासः मिथ्या प्रत्यय रूपः कर्तृत्व भोक्तृत्व प्रवर्तकः सर्वलोक प्रत्यक्षः.
Evam, as described so far, this adhyasaha, you know what is that? Sarvaloka pratyakshaha. What is that adhyasa will be described? Sarvaloka pratyaksha means directly perceived by all, and pratyaksha, how? Sakshi pratyaksha. Directly in the sense, without the help of sense organs, organs of action, without the help of senses. So, what is that nature of that adhyasa? It says, this adhyasa, which is anadihi, ayam adhyasa. This adhyasa, which is explained so far, is anadihi. Anadihi. What is that anadi? Beginningless. How adhyasa can be beginningless? What is the cause of adhyasa? Ajnana. Ajnana is beginningless. Its karya, effect, adhyasa also is beginningless. So therefore, adhyasaha. So that is anadihi. Therefore what? Beginningless. Anantaha. It is endless. Endless means indestructible. If adhyasa is endless, indestructible, what will happen? No moksha. So therefore, how is it ananta? Until the jnana is gained, adhyasa cannot get destroyed. Except gaining the knowledge, you may do anything. You may do 108 शीर्षासनास. अध्यास कुछ नहीं होगा. On the contrary, बढ़ जाएगा. Do you know? I had done 108 शीर्षासनास. Or ahankara will be more firm as such. No. Except for jnana, it can never get destroyed, and therefore it is called as what? Ananta. So Tikakara is nicely quoting Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna's statement, you will see afterwards. Anantaha. Then Naisargikaha. Naisargika means it is natural. What do you mean by natural? Like a flow of a river, it is natural. In the sense, this Naisargika word we already seen. Naisargikoyam loka vyavaharaha ahamidam mamedamiti naisargikoyam loka. In the sense, the prior adhyasa serves as the basis, that is for the basis for the subsequent adhyasa. So like this there is a uninterruptedness. Naisargika means a flow. What type of flow it is? Uninterrupted. It is the flow of uninterruptedness is there. So that is what Tikakara is going to explain it. So that uninterrupted flow of adhyasa is there, and it is mithya pratyaya rupaha. So now it's upadana, material and instrumental cause of anadi, that avidya was told. Sarupana. What is the nature of this adhyasa? It is pratyaya means pratiti, cognition. Mithya here stands for maya. Mithya is, that is false. What is that false? Maya. Maya, it is cognized by Maya, or that which follows Maya. We'll see that meaning of that pratyaya. It can mean two things. Pratyaya can mean two things. That which is cognized, which is perceived on account of Maya, or pratyaya also can mean that which follows Maya as a result, in the sense entire prapancha. Entire prapancha means, come on, tell me from where to where. Aham, ahankara onwards, entire gross jagat is effect of Maya or not? Adhyasa. Entire jagat is nothing but product of Maya. Adhyasa in the sense superimposed on who? Atma. Because Atma is come on, what is the true nature of Atma? Prapancha rahitaha prapanchopashamaha. You know prapanchopashama word from where? Mandukya. From Mandukya. Prapanchopashamaha. That which is totally free from prapancha. But prapancha appears to be there. Means what is that? Maya has superimposed entire jagat on the this Atma. So that is mithya pratyaya rupa. And do you know what does it do? Kartrutva bhoktrutva pravartakaha. The pravartakaha, the producer, producer or author of a kartrutva, doership, bhoktrutva, experiencership. So the pravartakaha, what is that ship? Doership. Endowed with doership, experiencership, endowed with the status of being the experiencer. So kartrutva, bhoktrutva, pravartaka. Now, where is it available? Sarvaloka pratyakshaha. So one who is pratyaksha is sakshi pratyaksha, directly experienced by one and all without the help of indriyas, the senses. So therefore adhyasa is now being concluded. Let us see the tika. Varnitadhyasam upasamvarati evam ayamiti, already seen. Continuing, I hope you know where it is. Now, why it is called anadi? So anadi, because it is the effect karya of anadi, ignorance. Therefore effect also is ignorance. Actually this has come mithya jnana nimittaha, earlier it has done. Just because the context has come, Tikakara again explains. Anadya vidyatmakataya, because of being of the nature of anadi avidya, karyadhasasya, adhyasa, which is the karya, effect of what? The anadi avidya, anaditvam, it is anadi, beginningless. Cause is beginningless, effect, adhyasa also is beginningless. And now what is that pravas, naisargikatvam, that is actually adhyasat samskaraha. Adhyasa is anadi, and adhyasa produces samskara, effect, impression, and samskara in turn produces the adhyasa. This naisargikoyam lokayavara, there we already seen. Adhyasat samskara tataha. You know what is the tataha? Samskara adhyasaha. See, by adhyasa samskara, by samskara tataha means by samskara adhyasa iti. So that is what is that? That is what? Pravahataha naisargikatvam. Naisargikatvam means naturalness. Naturalness how? Pravahataha, as a continuous flow in terms of adhyasa, samskara, samskara, adhyasa, adhyasa, samskara, that is naisargikatvam. This accounts for that anadi, that anaditva accounts for avidya is the cause of adhyasa, and avidya cause accounts for two things. Upadana Karana and Nimitta Karana. See, all this was done earlier. Upadana Karana means it is the material cause. Nimitta Karana, instrumental cause, how? Because it is the one which covers the Atma Swarupa and therefore becomes the cause of samsara. Nimitta for samsara, instrumental for samsara. Again, this avidya serves as upadhi to Parameshwara to cast the ahankara. Ahankara on account of whom? Avidya. Parameshwara makes use of this avidya. If avidya is not there, Parameshwara cannot do anything. In fact, Parameshwara will be jobless. Status itself will go. That's why in Mandukya is a Karika, etc. Nrisimha Uttar Tapaniya. Turiyaha Ishvara Grasaha. Turiya state, it just devours the status of Ishvara. Do you know what remains? Parabrahma only. Ishvara, you know, Ishvara also is Adhyastha. Jiva is Adhyastha, Ishvara is Adhyastha. Acha, then I think better give up, is it not? Adhyasa you have to give up. Yes, you can give up. Do you know her? Until your mind gets totally absorbed in the Swarupa, afterwards you need not give up. It just retires. Till then, Parameshwara is not only useful, indispensable. That is where this Mandukya Karika, Ashtavakra Gita should be understood properly. Otherwise, people get wrong impressions and then what? First casualty, they give up Ishvara. I had told this incident. When I was a youngster, I had been to my native place. One elderly relative was there. He had worked, this is an incident of about 40 years back, okay? 42 years back. He was very old as such, and even before that he had worked in Bombay, and as a retired person he was there. Okay? Very religious person, Navaratra Utsav, etc. very meticulously used to observe, and even if suppose a day there is fever, he used to still take the bath and do the puja. So I happened to be a courtesy, an elderly person, there's a courtesy visit I went. He came to know that I am interested in Vedanta. And I think those days Sanskrit was very well known as well. He must have studied some bhashas, etc. While talking, he said, I don't believe in God and all those things. Every day he is doing all puja. Huh? Every day, I don't believe in God, etc. I will throw them in the street. I was taken aback because a Nastika telling, understandable, but this person does the puja every day, observes the festivals like Navaratri in a very elaborate manner. All relatives from Bombay every year go there to help him because he was a widower. So help her. I was not able to understand. Afterwards it clicked to me. And same person was telling, he had dispute of some land with the neighbor. I will teach him a letter. I will teach him a lesson. So and he was fighting a case in the court. In those days, court was in the district headquarters, 20 miles away. Those days, 20 miles means 2000 kilometers, 20 miles, ST bus, not regular, etc. But now what happened? Somewhere mithya ghus gaya tha. So, the God is mithya, but that piece of land is real. That piece of land is. So that way you should not misunderstand Vedanta. It should be understood. Parameshwara is indispensable until your mind gets absorbed in the Swarupa. Do you know how? Bhashyakara is going to explain the 4th chapter. Gragiva. Not aware of the body, not aware of the thing. Till then, Parameshwara is not only required, the most indispensable, because he can help us to attain that state as such. So therefore, so because I brought the topic of Ishvara, don't say, oh, Ishvara is false, so therefore what we need not bother, not that way. You have to be practical as such. So that say, so that means avidya serves as a upadhi for Ishvara to create. That is the agyata. So therefore, this again, avidya is the instrumental for samskaras, time, etc. All this we already seen in the mithya jnana nimittaha, in that tika we have already seen. So therefore, anadi word accounts for avidya as the cause of adhyasa, which accounts for upadana karana and nimitta karana or adhyasa. So now, why it is ananta? Jnanam will continue. Tika. Jnanam vina dhvamsa bhavad anantyam. This adhyasa, it's dhvamsa. Dhvamsa means destruction. Destruction is not possible without jnana. Jnanam vina, without jnana. Dhvamsa bhava, because of the absence of destruction, it is called as anantam. That Lord Krishna also has described this adhyasa as ananta. You may wonder, Lord Krishna has never used the word adhyasa, but he has described in 15th chapter samsara vriksha urdhva mula madha shakam ashvatham prahuravayam. You know what is that? It is actually, this is adhyasa only. How, what will Krishna say? 15th chapter, this stanza is given here. So third stanza, narupamasyeha tathopalabhyate tika nanto na chadir na cha sampratishtha. Third stanza of chapter 15. Earlier he said, urdhva mula madha shakham, etc. Then Vishaya Pravala, etc. 2 stanzas he described. Now somebody may think, oh, there is something called samsara vriksha. Roots up, branches. PhD fellows will start doing research and they will write a thesis, such a samsara vriksha is not there. Before that, Lord Krishna himself has told, why waste your time? He said, asya. Asya means samsara vrikshasya. Rupam, that form. What form? As described. How described? Urdhva mula madha shakam, roots above, branches below, etc. Na tatha, as described. Na upalabhyate, is not available for cognition or perception. What you want is now this. Na antaha. This samsara vriksha has no end, has no destruction, means unless knowledge is gained, this cannot be destroyed. Na antaha. Na chadihi. It has no actual birth. Na sampratishtha. It has no sthiti. It has no continuance in the sense madhya. Adi, beginning, birth. Anta, end, destruction, and sampratishtha is continuance in terms of middle. Beginning, birth, middle, sthiti, continuance, and anta, destruction is not there. Why? Truly it is not there at all. So therefore what is told now? The hetu of adhyasa told. Hetu means cause of adhyasa. How? Anadi is product of this thing. Again, ananta, it is endless unless knowledge is gained. It is naisargika, anadi, that is it. Naisargika, it is like a flow, natural. So that is true. Now what exactly the swarupa? The swarupa is explained mithya iti. Mithya pratyaya rupaha, rupakaha, rupaha. This is explained by Tikakara. What is mithya? Continuing. Mithya maya. What is mithya is Maya, the creative power of Ishvara. Same thing is avidya at the individual level. Avidya at the totality level is Maya Shakti. Maya. Taya pratiyate iti pratyaya. Taya means by Mayaya. Maya. Pratiyate. Pratiyate, that which is experienced. Or pratiyati. See, prati plus eati in passive, either perceived or it can be that which follows from something as a result. That all meaning also can be taken. It is also appropriate. Means pratiyate means that which follows from Maya as a result. What is that follows from Maya as a result? See, Tikakara. Karya rup, karya prapanchaha. Karya prapancha means karya rupa prapancha. Prapancha, the creation, which is the effect of what? Effect of this Maya as such. So now take. So pratyaha means that which is perceived or cognized, or that which follows from Maya as a necessary result. That which follows from Maya, not simply result, as a necessary result, inevitable result. So that is what pratyaya means. Karya prapanchaha. See now here, just style of tika. Mithya, the meaning of Maya, or meaning of mithya given as Maya. So now for pratyaya he gives derivation. Taya means Mayaya pratiyate iti pratyaya. Pratiyate iti pratyaya is derivation. By what pratiyate? By Maya, or which is the product of Maya, that is karya prapancha. Namely, what is that perceived? What is the product? Karya prapancha, the karya rupa prapancha, entire creation. Not simply prapancha, its cognition also. Mithya pratyaya rupa means prapancha and that continuing. Tat pratitischa iti. Tat prati means what? Karya prapanchasya pratitihi. Pratitihi is cognition. Cognition of karya prapancha. Evam sarupaha, of such nature. So in short, mithya pratyaya rupa means what? That which is perceived through Maya as its effect. The karya rupa prapancha means entire karya rupa prapancha and its perception is nothing but adhyasa. And that karya rupa prapancha includes, you know what it includes? Our sukha dukkhatmaka existence. All that we live day to day, sukha, dukkha, etc., called samsara. Don't think karya prapancha means what? Trees and mountains and roads and oceans, sky only. No. Our beginning from our individual experience, because prapancha includes ahankara. Ahankara, all products will come. All the experiences are what? Adhyasa. So क्या करना पड़ेगा अभी? इस अध्यास को निकालना पड़ेगा. Asanga chastrena dhidena chitva. Lord Krishna says that way only. Asanga chastrena dhidena chitva. Before that, one word is there. What is it? Bhashya. Sarvaloka pratyaksha. No. One more thing is Kartrutva bhoktrutva pravartakaha. Tika. Tasya karyam aha. Tasya means adhyasasya, of adhyasa. Karya, the effect, the product. What is that? Aha. Kartrutva bhoktrutva pravartakaha. Pravartaka means producer, author. That adhyasa is the producer, the author of the kartrutva, doership, bhoktrutva, expensive, all these statuses in terms of ahankara. Now, finally, I hope you remember, this section of Bhashya is Adhyasa Pramana Nirupana Bhashya. The topic is the ascertainment of the pramana that adhyasa exists. Already told, now he is concluding now. Pramanam nigamayati. Nigamayati means upasamharati, concludes. Upasamharati. Pramanam nigamayati upasam. How? Sarvaloka pratyaksha. Sarvaloka pratyaksha. Directly experienced by all. Directly experienced by all. How? With which? With eyes we are seeing or ears, etc. No. Tikakara says, Sakshi pratyaksham eva. Sakshi pratyaksha means, come on, what is the other counterpart of Sakshi pratyaksha? Indriya pratyaksha. What is the meaning of Indriya pratyaksha? Perceptible through the senses. Sakshi pratyaksha means without the senses, directly by the Chaitanya Swarupa Atma. So all antakarna, vrittis, etc. are Sakshi pratyaksha. Adhyasa also Sakshi pratyaksha. So that is Sakshi pratyaksham eva adhyasa dharmi grahakam manam. Continuing next page. Adhyasa dharmi grahakam manam. Grahakam, that which makes you perceive. The manam means pramana. Don't take manam means honor, etc. Here pramanam, say at least manam. You know this? Pramana, prameya, prama. You know? At places, pra is dispensed with. Manam, meyam, and then comes problem ma. You will mistake for Hindi ma. So therefore, ma is me, prameya, then prama. Ma is prama. Meya is prameya. Manam is pramanam. You have to see the context. So therefore, the true pramana to ascertain existence of adhyasa is what? Sarva sakshi pratyaksha. So there, sakshi pratyaksham eva adhyasa dharmi is there. You know what is that dharmi? Better make a note. Swarupa. Dharmi is swarupa. Actually, what is the meaning of dharmi? That which has got dharma. So, but here, dharmi means swarupa, the nature. Nature of adhyasa is, that is what is that grahaka, that which makes you cognize the adhyasa is nothing but this sakshi pratyakshatva, which is called as sarvaloka pratyaksha. Why sarvaloka? No exception. Don't think, we already seen pashvadi vishcha vishesha, not only humans, also animals, any living creature. So that is how it is. Manam. Then Anumana Arthapatti was given. What for? It says Anumanadikam tu. Anumana Adi for Arthapatti. Why they were given? Sambhavanartham. Sambhavanartham means to show the possibility of adhyasa. But actual direct means of knowing adhyasa is Sakshi pratyakshatva, sarvaloka pratyaksha. But Anumanadi was meant for proving the possibility of adhyasa. Iti abhipretya, intending so, pratyakshopasamharaha kritaha. Bhashyakara does the upasamhara, conclusion of pratyaksha. What is pratyaksha? Pratyaksha, that is Sakshi pratyaksha, as the pramana to ascertain the adhyasa. Now the question is, adhyasa is described. What are we going to achieve out of it? Is it not like a kakadanta pariksha? Investigation into the number of teeth of a crow. Nowadays at least you can get PhDs. But what is the use of that? So no, because adhyasa is there, therefore Brahmasutras have got Vishaya, it has got Prayojana. Brahmasutra means Vedanta, Upanishad. Have got Vishaya, have got a Prayojana. Moksha is possible. Don't think it is something which is impossible. That's already seen earlier. So that is that. So before that is what is Bhashya is going to tell. Before that, we will see the order of adhyasa. Again, the sheets you have got now. That is this adhyasa krama. Adhyasa krama, the order of superimposition. Order of superimposition of adhyasa with prema taratamya. The varying degrees of love on account of differential adhyasa. What is differential? Adhyasa which is in a varying different level, which has got difference, or adhyasa which depends on difference. Differential means that which shows difference, or that which depends on difference. You know, like that? Differential calculus. So differential calculus. That which shows difference, or that which depends on difference. So that will be shown. We will see next.
आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये अशुभानि निराचष्टे तनोति शुभसन्ततिं स्मृतिमात्रेण यत्पुंसां ब्रह्म तन्मङ्गलं परम् अतिकल्याणरूपत्वात् नित्यकल्याणसंश्रयात् स्मर्तॄणां वरदत्वाच्च ब्रह्म तन्मङ्गलं विदुः ओङ्कारश्चाथ शब्दश्च द्वावेतौ ब्रह्मणः पुरा कण्ठं विद्वा विनिर्यात